So if you cannot explain your trading edge in 30 seconds, you do not have one. And today in this video, I'm going to help you change that. And I'm not just going to help you change that. I'm going to help you simplify this game. See, the market is filled with tons of variables and super complex situations. It's not your job to figure them out. It's not your job to crack them. It's your job to simplify them. The process needs to be simple. In fact, I'm going to show you the most simple process that gets you in and out of the market with a 76% win ratio. And it's going to keep you away from taking stupid, horrible, just bad trades. Look at your journal. I guarantee you 80% of your trades are either choppy market conditions, bull or bear traps, or just FOMO'd in, or you just completely fumbled the bag out of fear and doubt. See, you need a simple approach, and until you have one, you are not going to get consistent results. See, trading is not a game of prediction. It's not a game of IQ. It's not a game of smarts. It's a very simple numbers game. And you will only be as good as your approach and your ability to identify it and act on it. And that's my goal for you today. My job is to show you this approach, simplify it, unpackage it in a very simple way so that you can actually pull the trigger on it day in and day out. I'm Joshua Salvetti. Click the links below if you want more, right? I'm going to break down this strategy to you, but I also provide a high-level summary on this approach, which is a data report. I collected data for over 2.5 years at an antenna manufacturing company. I worked in a lab. I studied data day in and day out. So once I started to trade, I knew it was my job to look at the data, make data-driven decisions. I literally package these high-level summaries and give them to traders on a monthly basis, emailed directly to your inbox. And then you can then have all the information you need to pull the trigger and act on this strategy. So click the links below, get involved. And I'm also going to show you how we operate and use the Discord today. So if you want to join my team, if you want to level up and be a part of something much bigger than yourself and a team that executes flawlessly, click the links below. Right, so the day we're going to be talking about is 2/25/2025. And before you can see the trade that we took. This was a very simple day, very simple trade, nothing inordinary, right? This is what we do each and every single day. And it was a beautiful trade. Look at this, 60% ROI. We traded one SPX contract and cleared $555, right? Very simple. And you're going to see here the three-step approach: open print, moving average cross, and then the green bar that gets ignored. We enter short here, stop above the green bar, right? Very simple. Very simple. And once again, guys, the reason why you are not getting the results you want is because you've compromised the most beautiful part of trading, and it's its simplicity, right? Your job is to determine who has the ball. Is it buyers or is it sellers? Josh, how do you do that? Well, very simple. This is where we break out the pre-market plan. See, it's my job every day to figure out who has the ball. It's either going to be buyers, it's either going to be sellers. How do I determine who is in control? My pint numbers, my critical levels, right? See, critical levels and pint numbers are kind of a scarce thing. You do not hear a lot of traders talk about them. But over here at HBT, the pint numbers have changed the game for me. And the pint numbers are very simple. These are your previous day high, low, open, and close. 4 main price points. So every day when I'm determining the pre-market plan, all what I do is look to the left. What happened yesterday? Where are the critical levels? These levels are important because the amount of volume that's at these levels. If it's my job to determine who has control for the day, I have to watch the levels that have the most volume. Large money is going to give me the clue there, right? Because if chart patterns are nothing other than human behavior, I must watch the levels that have the most volume. Then I will be able to determine who has dominance. So the sweet spot this day was end of day and previous day low. The sweet spot is highlighted with an orange box, making it very simple for me and my team to identify its significance. Next, I need to determine who's taking control of the level. This is where we use our moving averages, and this is where we use our red bar ignored, green bar ignored approach, right? So pre-market plan is very simple. Bullish scenario, I'm looking for buying acceptance off end of day and PDL for longs targeting, etc., etc., etc. Bearish scenario, I'm looking for sellers to defend the 1 hour trend. What's the 1 hour trend? Look at the EMA cloud, 1 hour trend, and structure by showing strength off end of day and PDL, targeting pre-market low in 59272, right? So once again, this can either go up or it can either go down. My edge will determine if it's chop, and if it's chop, there's no trade for me. That simple. So that's the pre-market plan. Next, we need to identify who's in control, right? So we have our sweet spot determined. Market opens up. Josh, why didn't you go long right here? That is a phenomenal question. Let's break it down. So our three-step approach, number one is identify open print, right? What's open print right here? Open print and end of day are the exact same price. Once again, I stopped believing in coincidences a long time ago, right? If open print and end of day is the exact same price, that means it is extremely important and I must not take my eye off it. So we have open print and end of day right next to each other. We have previous day low right below it. Price opens up, sells off in previous day low, and then we close above the 50. Josh, this looks very bullish. You got an upside target. Why didn't you take it? Because there's no RBI. The red bar ignored and green bar ignored approach is the absolute game changer, but it's not effective unless you use the other two components of the edge. So one more time before we go any further. Number one is identify open print. Number two is identify the moving average cross. Number three is identify the RBI or GBI entry criteria. This keeps me away from taking forced trades, choppy trades, FOMO trades, fear trades, all those trades that make up 80% of your loser trades. Yeah, this is how I do not take those. This is why everyone on my team is absolutely killing it. See, if you can use this approach, you will stop making those horrible, negative trading errors that are costing you consistency. That's exactly why I didn't take this long. Other than that, it looked great. But until the RBI and GBI is there, it's just not the trade I want to take, right? So then what happens? Sellers show immense strength, ripping price down below the 50 EMA and below the EMA cloud. So now at this point, I've now identified that buyers just lost the ball. It's my job to figure out who has the ball. Buyers just lost it. How do I know this? Because at this level, this critical level, sellers just completely decimated it, causing the moving average to go from, or the EMA cloud to go from green to red in 1 5-minute candle. Josh, why didn't you go short right here? Well, that would have been a great short play. But where am I going to put my risk? Right? Some may say open print. Some may say top of that candle. But how do we know this isn't just the beginning of a choppy trend? Once again, 80% of our losing trades come from trading in choppy market conditions, forcing bad setups. How do we know that the conditions are healthy? That's why I don't take the trade. The conditions are not healthy yet. I need conditions to smooth out and be healthy. What is healthy? Healthy means structure. Healthy means regular, ordinary trends, meaning not extended from the moving average. You can see here I use the 9D EMA, some use the 12, some use the whatever. Make sure you develop a relationship with your moving average when you can determine what a healthy trend is and unhealthy. This will keep you from trading chop. I cannot trade if the market is super far away from the moving average and if it's just bouncing all over the place. So let's go to the Discord and I'll show you exactly where I got in short. See here, February 25. This is me posting in SPY alerts so that my whole team can capitalize on this. In shorts, right? Price drops below, green bar ignored. This candle rips through the bottom of it, and then at that point I'm in short, stop above the green bar. And then we ride the trade down all the way until we hit our proper target. Right? So guys, once again, if you can't explain your trading edge in 30 seconds, you don't have one. So let's break down what ours is. Number one, identify open print. Number two, identify the moving average cross. Number three, the most important part, but it's not important unless you have the other two, is identify the RBI GBI process. I started collecting data on this edge 6 months ago. We've taken over 100 trades. I send out high-level summaries on this approach every single month. As a matter of fact, today's the March 1st, so I will be sending these out either later today or tomorrow. Why is it important? Because, guys, think about it. Until you can confidently execute on a simple approach, how do you ever expect to scale up? How do you ever expect to get consistent results? The law of polarity, Newton's third law, is for every action has an equal and opposite reaction. You have to ask yourself, input, output. What's your input? What's your output? If your output is inconsistent results, your input is an equal and opposite reaction, which is inconsistent approach. Develop a consistent approach, master it, and watch your life change. If you're part of the 30% of people that made it to the end of this video, you are the ones that have been chosen to join our team and level the fuck up. HBT is absolutely killing it. Look at how well the team did this week. We come over here to profits. You're going to see. And, profits are one thing. It's just a very simple way, to show that, you're making money. But what I really love seeing is how traders are trading with so much confidence. See, I pull the trigger on these trades each and every single day, but so do my team. My team understands exactly what to look for because we've simplified it, right? And I send them the data each and every single month. I collect data daily on this strategy. If you come over to HPT crossover here, this is where I collect it each and every single day. Look at this week, guys. Friday, look at this trade. Open print, moving average cross, red bar ignored, in long. Look at this one. Banging trade. 113% ROI right here. Look at this. Very simple. Open print, moving average cross, green bar ignored, entered short. Right? Once again, guys, we're not rewriting the code over here. We're literally just simplifying our approach. Open print, moving average cross, red bar ignored. 5 for 5 this week. Absolutely killing it. Not because we're genius or have extremely high IQs, but because we have a simple approach and we understand how to execute it. So make the decision today. Get these sent to you directly to your inbox and make the decision to join the team. I'm Joshua Salvetti. I love all of you. I'll see you in the next lesson.